probably one of my most anticipated shoe reviews of the year. Here we go.
Ginger Runner.
What is up, everybody? Ethan Newberry, the Ginger Runner, here for another Ginger Runner review. Today I am very excited because I get to review a shoe that I've been looking forward to for a year. From Altra, we're going to be talking about the Olympus 4.0. This is going to be fun. Before we get into this review, I have to mention that these were provided by Running Warehouse. They don't care what I say about a product. I can review it however I want. Today is no different. Let's dive in. The long-awaited, highly anticipated Olympus 4.0 is Altra's new version of what was a go-long trail crusher, mountain destroyer of a shoe that I reviewed last year on this channel. The last version of this shoe, which I reviewed in 2019, I considered one of my favorite shoes from last year. I ran a majority of the Headlands 100 in this shoe, used it on tons of my long runs. All of my go-long efforts were really, I just needed something super comfortable on foot. The 3.5 was a great shoe. So with the 4.0, I was a little bit nervous, excited, but nervous that Altra would change something. We see that a lot from shoe manufacturers. We've talked about it on this channel a number of times. When a new version is released, you hope that they keep the things that are great. You hope that they change maybe some of the things that aren't so great. So I was worried that the cushion that the shoe is known for, will it hold up as well as the previous version? Will it be as durable as the 3.5? Will they improve the fit, the price? I'm happy to report that the Olympus 4.0 is a fantastic update to an already stellar trail shoe. The shoe is meant for long distance with its 33 millimeters of midsole stack and ample cushioning. It sits at the top of Altra's trail running list, above the Superior, the Lone Peak, and the Timp. While the Olympus 4.0 won't feel quite as substantial on your foot as the 3.5, it will still provide a more proficient ride while maintaining all of the good things from the 3.5 while bringing some added benefits. The Olympus 4.0 is lighter, features a more aggressive outsole, and a redesigned mesh upper that holds up well to anything you can throw at it. So, clearly, the Olympus has found a home in my trail running rotation, but that's not to say there aren't a couple of things I need to say about the shoe, both positive and negative. As always in my reviews, I like to talk about the things I like and dislike, starting as always with the things that I like. The new redesigned upper. So this is a super important like for me on this shoe, purely because this one change actually contributes to a number of positive changes in the shoe. First, let's talk about fit. One of my biggest gripes from the 3.5 was just not being able to find the proper fit in the shoe without having to readjust kind of constantly. My foot wanted to fit in something between a 10.5 and 11. I couldn't quite get the 11 to fit properly. The 10.5 was just too small. I'm happy to report that this new upper allows you to get a better mid-foot fit across the foot once some of it has been broken in. You're still gonna get that roomy toe box up front, which Altra is known for. An added benefit with the new redesigned upper is the ability to do the ankle lock lacing system technique where you kind of loop over and around and through, which really does help lock this shoe onto your foot. Really great durability improvements with the welded overlays across the toe box, on the instep, and along the lateral side of the shoe. So you're getting protection from all fronts while not taking away from the breathability and the simplicity of this new mesh upper. I'm super happy with it. I welcome the improvement. Outsole. This shoe is grippier. So the Olympus hasn't always been known for its huge lugs or its lug layout. While the shoe has featured a Vibram outsole in the past, this new redesign with bigger lugs and just a more aggressive outsole, there's some really great traction benefits here. And while it's subtle, it's certainly something you're gonna notice right out of the box. The shoe maintains that exposed midsole material through the middle of the shoe. You'll tend to kind of wear through that really quickly, but the Vibram along the outsole and up here through the toe box do provide ample grip going up and down mountains, technical terrain. It does what it needs to do, protecting you from underfoot and providing you with plenty of grip. And finally, Streamlined. So this is a shoe that has always been big. If you compare just the heels from the 3.5 to the 4, there is a lot of mass and a lot of girth on the previous version. What they've managed to do is shave off some of that midsole EVA that creeps up onto the heel. They've really minimized the overall footprint of the shoe, which reduced some of the weight and distilling the shoe down to what made it great in the first place. One thing I'm always looking at with Altra shoes is just how the ankle fit works. Are they dealing with really thick, wide upper materials that make it feel more like a skater shoe? Every new version of the shoe seems to shave that down little by little, so you're getting a better, more precise fit on the ankle, just streamlining it a little bit. A thinner, precision cut tongue, a better notched heel counter, and an overall improved look, fit, and feel of the shoe help this streamlined version of the Olympus really soar over its predecessors. That being said, it is not all Slurpees and maple bars. There are a couple of things that I dislike about the Olympus 4.0. Let's get to those. Price. The previous version, it was about $150. You can now get the 3.5 for under $100. Links in the description. But the new version at $170 is a $20 increase from a previous version. It is a lot of money. If you're looking at the Olympus 4, just be prepared for a pretty hefty price tag. That's not to say that the shoe doesn't hold up for the long run, pun intended. It does. Durability is through the roof. The shoe is really comfortable. It has held up well in the long run for me, as far as that midsole not completely compressing and becoming just unusable after a while. It is still holding up quite well. I have just under 100 miles in this shoe. I anticipate getting hundreds more and will surely take this shoe to the end of its life cycle. So $170 is still quite a lot of money. Just be prepared. And really my final sort of dislike is cushion. There is a lot of it in the shoe. There is still 33 millimeter stack height underfoot, same as the previous version. But what I'm finding is that it feels like less than the previous shoe. So even just putting the shoes on side by side, 3.5 versus the 4, the 3.5 still seems and feels more substantial. There's just more cushioning underfoot, and it has 4 times as many miles as the 4.0 has on it. I have just under about 100 miles in the shoe. The cushion is holding up well. It is a minor dislike, but what I'm worried is gonna happen is the same things that happen to the Lone Peaks and to the Timps, is that over time, new versions and models of the shoe will continue to sort of shave away at that stack and that overall cushioned feel. The Lone Peaks, I remember the earlier versions of the Lone Peaks just felt like really cushioned, wonderful trail shoes. Now they're much more reduced. You're gonna get a lot more ground feel out of those, very similar to what earlier versions of the Superior felt like, and it's the same with the Timp. The Timp now feels like the Lone Peaks used to feel. I just don't want the Olympus to start to feel like the Timps. I want this to stay as beefy and as hardy as it always has been, providing you with plenty of cushion underfoot for those long efforts, ultra endurance distances. That is what this shoe has always done really, really well, and I hope that that does not change. That honestly is really it for my dislikes. There's not a lot to dislike with this shoe. So in conclusion, the Olympus 4.0, again, one of my most highly anticipated shoe reviews of the year. I like it. I like it a lot. I think it is a great follow-up to the previous version, which was already a really good shoe. This, again, is a specific shoe for a specific purpose. It is to go long, primarily in a straight line, or, you know, with the occasional bend. One thing I found is that the 4.0 does behave better on more technical sort of trail elements. My foot doesn't move around in it nearly as much as the previous version, which again is always a good thing. So I think it is designed to go long. It is now designed to go long and be able to have a little bit of fun in there. So I think it is a huge improvement. I'm really excited about it. I will be using this shoe until the shoe falls apart, which is, you know, high praise from this guy. Let's get a little bit more specific, talking about build quality. I haven't really had a problem with the previous Olympus. The new Olympus still holds up quite as well. No seam splitting, no issues with any of the new materials, stuff like that. I think it's all a very good combo for a very well-built shoe. Comfort, it is comfortable. It always has been. If you're not used to zero drop shoes, I encourage you to adapt to a zero drop platform. As I mentioned, it does begin to squish out a little bit in the forefoot if you are a forefoot striker, so you may not run into tons of zero drop issues with these higher stack shoes. So overall comfort for me, again, great. Similar to the previous version, not quite as comfortable as that one, but still very comfortable. Fit, it is better. I'm happy to report that it is better. I'm still found myself adjusting it from time to time as the shoe broke in, as those upper materials began to stretch a little bit and accommodate your foot. But with a really good solid tie down, you're gonna be able to manipulate all sorts of trails and environments with this shoe. It's a great fit. Price, I'm gonna give this a big ol' ugh. $170 is a lot of money, no matter how you shake it. It's gonna last you a long time. You'll get plenty of miles out of it. It's just gonna be a calculation for you to determine, is the dollar amount worth the mileage? $170 is just, it's a lot of money. And finally, looks. I like the looks of this shoe. I think the red is fine. Actually, the color version where it's like white and black with a little bit of red highlight, that is a great looking shoe. This is some of the best looking Ultras that I've seen in a while. They have some really great color versions out, at least in the men's versions. I'm happy about it. I'm excited about it. Well done, Ultra. Bringing us to our final criteria is the Ultra Olympus 4.0, a buy, try, or a why. Can you guess? It's a buy. It's a solid buy. I am fully aware that $170 is a lot to spend, but it is a shoe that I'm just going to get a lot of joy out of, a lot of use out of for my longer efforts. I just love putting it on. It's super simple to use. You just kind of forget about it. It's comfortable. It's lighter than the previous version by like 12 grams, so that's great. All in all, I'm having a ton of fun in this shoe, which allows me now to turn the question over to you. Have you had a chance to run in the new Ultra Olympus 4.0? What do you think? In the comments of this video, let us know. We're always down to know what your thoughts are on the products that we review on this channel. If you want more information or you want to get a pair for yourself, there are links in the description of this video that will take you over to Running Warehouse. They are affiliate links. They cost you nothing. It helps the channel out. So consider using them to grab your shoes. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you everyone so much for tuning in to today's review. If you liked it, make sure you like, favorite, and subscribe to this channel, youtube.com/thegingerrunner. Click the notification bell to be updated anytime a new video is uploaded to the channel or anytime we go live. And social media links. You can follow across social media. There's announcements and posts and all sorts of stuff happening across the board there. At the bottom, patreon.com/thegingerrunner is where you can support this channel, help us keep these lights on, this mic hot, and support the live shows and stuff like that. And speaking of live shows, we are doing daily live streams where we talk about running, sport, product, all sorts of things at patreon.com/thegingerrunner. Join us. They're called Daily Brews. We'd love for you to sit with us and enjoy your brew. All right. Thank you everybody for watching today's review. That's it. We hope you get out there and train as hard as you can, virtually race harder, and party the hardest. We'll see you guys next week for more fun. Okay, bye-bye.